All right, so it's about 3:09 p.m. on a Thursday, the 19th of November. We're here with John and Jess. How you guys doing today?
We're good. How are you guys doing?
Amazing. Thanks for asking. Thanks so much for taking the time to do this webinar for us. We really appreciate it. And I know you guys had a list of stuff you guys wanted to talk about. That would be awesome. So if you guys want to, jump into it, that'd be cool.
Sure. I just want to tell you guys first, Jesse's on a speaking, what I call it, speaking fast. And she hasn't been talking for the last 4 days, just to experience it and to see how it makes her feel and helps her to be a better listener. These are all things that she just wants to feel from doing this. So if you have a specific question for her, or if she comes up with some certain thoughts, she'll just write it down and I'll relay it to you guys.
Cool. That's good to know. Awesome. All right, cool. So I think you guys had some notes. If you guys want to kick it off with your with whatever you guys want to talk about in the group. I know you had some tips or some perspective on the groups and their activities and they're recording their workouts and stuff. So it'll be awesome if we could hear about that.
Right. So one of the things that I've been noticing when I check in on the online Facebook group is that we see people commenting on equipment, thoughts, how to do a certain exercise, stuff like that. But I don't see a lot of people commenting or sharing how they're doing in the workouts. And in order for us to help you guys improve your health, and that is, I'm assuming, the reason why you're even on this Facebook group is because you want to improve your health, you want to become stronger, have better stamina, get leaner, stronger, things like that. You want to learn how to eat better, you want to learn how to heal aches and pains. But if we don't go back and forth with getting some questions or feedback about the workouts, and then we can answer them for you guys, that's one big point. Second point is share your results. Say that, I did 5 sets of 10 push-ups today on my knees. They're sort of getting a little too easy. What should I do next? That's a good example. Well, we might say something, well, let's go to half-sleep push-ups. Or let's try and go, can you do slower, negative? There's many different ways to manipulate workouts so that a person is challenged more. But if you just keep going through the motions, just doing the workouts, and you're not recording them and you're not improving each time you do them, you're probably not going to improve very much. And the whole point of this is, for most people, is to improve. Now, for a lot of people out there, they just want to feel good. They're stressed out at work, and they just want to get a sweat, get a pump, be part of a group that is doing some cool stuff. That's cool also. But if you're truly wanting to make change in your life, then you need to keep track of them, or at least remember them in your head and constantly upgrade what you're doing. Okay, so I couldn't read it. Sorry, hon. It was too dark in here. I don't have the light on bright enough. So that's just the biggest thing, is record it and see how you should progress it. Because like one of the things that we're doing in our elite training series, our training of already high-level Monkey Bar Gym instructors all over the country. So they came in and we're training them for next level of training, how to become a really elite trainer. And part of that whole process is really learning how to progress your workouts in a very slow, systematic manner so that you have continuous improvement. And that's a whole art on how to do that properly. But that's high-end stuff. But simple is, number one, guys, you got to keep track of your workouts. Number two, share them on the Facebook group. Get inspiration or inspire other people. Because if you just hoard them to yourself, you're not inspiring others that might be in a similar boat to you. If you did 5 sets of 1 knee push-up, and maybe you don't feel like that's very good, but there's 3 or 4 other people that are in the same boat, and you post it, you did 5 sets of 1, and you go, hell yeah, I did it. Then 5 of those other people might be like, oh my God, yeah, Joe's doing 5 sets of 1 knee push-ups. I just did 5 sets too. Way to go, Joe. And that's how you build the momentum. That's the whole thing about the Monkey Bar Gym logo, is people helping people. And how we do it online is that you guys got to share. You know, you share and inspire. You share and you inspire yourself to put some good stuff up on there, how you're doing. So what that is my good buddy Zeph from the Barbarians calls it mirror inspiration. So it doesn't really make a difference at what level a person is. The fact is that one person can inspire another person and vice versa, no matter what level a person's at. That all begins with just sharing how you're doing, and other people help you progress, and you help them progress, and that's how everybody gets stronger.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. And there's some people that's been really good about that, like Frank, Simon, and Brittany, I think, is another one who used to go to the Milwaukee location with Jeff. She used to be a member there. And there's some other folks in there, Tracy too as well. I said Brittany already. And I see how it encourages each other, and I love seeing that too, as well as people helping people. I remember a while back, I told you that I usually work out by myself, John, and I usually like working out with a mirror in front of me. And you mentioned that that you're really looking for some kind of engagement. And
yes.
So can you kind of talk about that? Because I thought it was kind of interesting. I thought about like that is kind of true, because I really don't have nobody really to work out. I'm always on the go. So
here's one that I tell a lot of the trainers to do. Who inspires you? Like Armando, who inspires the hell out of you? Football player, basketball player, anybody that you know, who really like makes you want to, yeah, I'm gonna friggin' train hard.
From an athletic perspective, I like watching UFC fighters train on YouTube. For instance, I like watching what's his name, Cain Velasquez. He's local in the Bay Area.
Okay.
I love watching people who just train hardcore.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So in your mind, before you're about to do a set, before you start your workout, what would Cain Velasquez say to you? How would he be looking at you if you two were working out together? Like for me, if Jesse's not at the gym with me working out, my training partner is Ray Lewis. He's like, come on, boy, let's do this, boy. Like yelling at me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It gets geeked. So if everybody has a mental training partner like that, we all don't have somebody to train with.
Yeah.
Jesse, Holly Holm, the girl that just kicked Ronda Rousey's butt in the UFC championship fight. Holly Holm inspires the hell out of her. And that was an awesome fight. But that's a good way for her to use inspiration just in her head. I use Ray Lewis. You use Cain Velasquez. You know, those are all legitimate ways to get you psyched to do the workout. And if you have somebody in person, like we always work out together, and that to me is great, because she gives me feedback if I'm going out of alignment or something like that, and just to know your numbers, and then they can come on, you're gonna get sets of 2 now. Let's do this, stuff like that. But if she's not there, I'll just envision Ray Lewis saying, come on now, you're going to get sets of 2, boy, let's go, come on, ramp it up, let's go. You know, and I can see him getting in my face and stuff like that. Yeah, to go.
Yeah, that's a good I like that visual.
Big dude, boy.
What's that?
He's a big dude to have as a training partner. You better be ready.
Have you met him before?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he has to be big to do what he does. He is just crazy. But that's a really good person to pick as for some intensity and some feedback. I sometimes visualize the Hulk, you know, the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Smash. That's one thing I like to think about. Remember you mentioned you think about like a gorilla. Yeah. The strength of a gorilla.
I think I am a gorilla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, I use Ray Lewis to inspire me from outside in. And sometimes I literally think, like, how would this feel if I was a silverback gorilla? How would this, like,
yeah.
And that helps me just act like the kettlebells or whatever I'm doing is nothing. And I feel much like I'm empowered by the spirit of a silverback. And that helps me be stronger. So I use it from many different angles.
Got it. I like that. I do have a question here. Do you have anything? Because Peter Stewart had a question about one of his training that he's doing, or had a question. He said, "Were you finished with your talk?" I apologize, John.
Yeah.
With the list. Oh, okay, cool. He said, I'm in the DFW airport yoga studio. And for travelers or people who get stuck sitting for a while, what is a good stretch or exercise to do before we get on a plane?
Oh, easy. I do up down dogs or alternate toe touches. So standing, I'll demonstrate it for you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. People get to see your house.
So you're here, turn it down a little bit, huh? There, so you're gonna do this. You're gonna touch right hand to left toe, come up, left hand to right toe.
Nice.
Okay, and what that does is it really opens all the extensors in your body, and it's a great one to do. And don't pay attention to how people might look at you like you're some weirdo in the airport. Jesse laughs at me because I'll do that stuff anywhere. I don't care. I do it in gas stations a lot when we do road trips, and that works really great. But that's one of my favorite alternate toe touches. And then also another one I really like is up dog, down dog. So you're in the up dog position, and then you go to the down dog position. You keep your arms straight the whole time. And that really works for opening the shoulders, working your hip extensors as well. So both of them work hip extension a lot. And for people when you're traveling, you get into that flexed position, which is really unhealthy, that we get into working on the computer, sitting in any chair, anything like that. And that's unhealthy for us. So do something that opens the body up. And that's up dog, down dog. That's alternate toe touches. Both of those are great. You can do some supine bridge as well. You can do some supine mountain as well. Those are all awesome ways to do it. I like to get a little bit more blood flowing. So I want to do movements that create more blood flow.
Yeah, it's a good question, Peter Sturt. I know a lot of people fly planes a lot, so that's a really good question and great answer from John. I noticed myself always wanting to stand up on my laptop because I'm always on my laptop, and I feel so uncomfortable sitting down. I noticed how you said everything kind of caves in, the shoulders, the neck, everything. So I've been standing up on this, like if I go to Starbucks, I've been doing like the high top tables.
Good.
That, and I hate sitting down. It just bugs the crap out of me. I don't know how people would do that. And I walk by these people who I know they do it for work, and I can see the whole curvage in their shoulders just imploding. I'm like, ugh, how do you do that? That's crazy. But anyways, yeah, it's amazing. If anybody else has any questions, just click in the bottom where it says Q&A or in the chat, and I can see it pop up. So we do have some people watching the webinar, which is awesome. What else about the Facebook that you noticed too? So you said tracking. People need to start tracking because people keep sharing about stuff, about equipment, shoes, timers on their apps. But what they really need to be doing is talking about their progress and sharing it with people. And you also talk about, you know, the visual of like a working out partner. I think that came out of nowhere, of having a visual of working with somebody or working with a partner. Anything else besides that, John?
Yeah, I mean, the tracking doesn't just apply to your workouts, because the thing is, guys, that if you're working out to improve, keep track of them. Okay, that's a given. But then share them on the Facebook page. Okay, that way we get more back and forth between you and all the other members. But also, you're going to get feedback from all the trainers and all the affiliates that have their eyes on this site as well. And that'll give you good, positive feedback and good knowledge as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the training is just one aspect. How about your eating? Maybe you're hitting a stumbling block. Maybe you're feeling a little sluggish after a meal. Why do I feel sluggish after I have this meal for breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel really great eating this meal, but this and this happens afterwards. Or all through the night, you know, I get really dry mouth. Why is that? Does it have anything to do with my eating? Does it have anything to do with the way that I'm breathing? You know, yes. So nutrition is a big factor. Also, on the yoga poses that we do in the base class, tell us how those are making you guys feel. Do you enjoy them? Do you want more of those? And the videos that we're posting every day, this is one thing for me. If I get response from it, I'll do more. if I don't see that you guys, if you guys are watching these videos, I see that people are watching them, but there's not a lot of commentary or thoughts on them. So how this can work to get better results for you is, how can we make these videos better so that you get more results? How can we make them better to help upgrade each time that you repeat a workout, to upgrade a little bit? Because the point of this training is not just to have a site where we go through the motions, we get a nice little sweat, so we do workouts.
Yeah.
The point of this is training to evolve.
Yeah.
Whether it's physical, or it's the balance, whether it's the nutrition. We're trying to evolve ourselves to a higher place so that we can make a bigger impact on self and others. That is the point of why we're doing this. If we stay at home, we don't share with other people, you know, you are not doing all that you can to make an impact on the planet. And it doesn't make a difference what level you're starting at. If you're 300 or 400 pounds, if you can't do a wall push-up, it doesn't make a difference. People find inspiration from everyone. Jesse's mom, my mom, when they come in and they work out, yeah, they don't do a whole hell of a lot of super intense stuff, but do they give effort? Do they give heart? Yeah. Do they have fun while they're doing it? Yes. Do they share and talk with other people? Big time. Are they a positive influence on the people that are around them? Yes. So I get inspiration from that, and they get inspiration from us. And so that's how reciprocally we help one another, and that's how we all grow as a group. But if we don't share, that's where everything becomes stifled, and then you are by yourself training. You're not improving. And this, I'm making a big point about it, because one, this is what you want, then write it down, post it, make comments on others, inspire self and inspire others. Let's do this and make change. Okay? Otherwise, what are we doing this for? Just to get a sweat? You know, that's not the point here. At least for me, it's not. I want to help people make change in themselves, make a change to the people around them, and make a change in the planet.
Well, that's good stuff right there. That's so awesome, man. Because I mean, the health club industry, as long as the EFT or the credit card's running through every single month, don't even check into people. Oh. What you're doing is like, yeah, these people are paying, but listen, I don't see no engagement, and I don't like it. Let's get you guys involved. And I think this is coming out of the top of my head. We came up with some ideas for more engagement, but I think we should have a theme on a daily basis to check in. You know, have a Facebook check-in every 7:30 p.m. your whatever time. Go ahead.
How about the members help us make a theme for every single day of the week?
Now that's creative. I like that.
I think that'd be fun. And that way, hopefully, we get more people commenting and sharing and stuff like that. I'd love to hear what people would do or say to motivate them to make this part of their day, where they share and they post and they inspire and they get inspired. You know, and then we have a lot of fun with it as well. I mean, I don't do this to just, I don't want to be like, you know, Mr. Disciplinarian all the time. I do this because I enjoy this. I have fun training. I have a lot of fun training. I mean, when you see me teach class, I'm pretty much cutting up the whole time and having a great time. And my members at the gym, we laugh a lot during class, but we get strong as hell. All the members at our gym are strong as hell.
Yeah.
We have a great time doing it. And that's exactly the same thing we would love to have on this site. And for that, we need your feedback. All of you guys, you know, what were some of the ideas that you came up with, Armando? Like,
I was thinking like Wacky Wednesday, like maybe wearing some wacky color socks and doing one of your workouts and taking a picture, or maybe like a selfie Saturday. I don't know. Of one of your workouts after your workout. Muscle up Monday.
Yeah.
You know, follow up Friday. People, maybe one day out of the week, everybody needs to check in to see how you guys are doing.
Yeah, I like that.
So there's a little different ideas. For anybody watching this video during the replay, post your ideas down below in the comment thread underneath this video. That way we could get a pool of ideas of what we can do. That'll be awesome if you guys could put together your ideas as members of what each day of the theme, or each theme of the day for the week should be. I think that'd be really fun and creative. So that's a great idea, John.
I agree. So out of this talk, we have a couple things.
Okay.
Record your workouts, share your workouts, ask questions, comment on other people's points or if they have questions. But the biggest thing on the workouts, share and let's help each other back and forth. Second thing is that if you don't have a workout partner, find somebody in your head that inspires you. If it's Jesse, if it's me, if it's an Incredible Hulk like Armando likes to use, if it's Ray Lewis, if it's you, taking the spirit of orangutan and whatever it is, maybe we even post that, who you worked out with today. One of my friends, he actually, after I told him that, he goes, yeah, I was working out with Kelvin Garnett last night. He was yelling at me the whole time. It was an awesome workout. So that's another point.
So what if I like next to the hall, what if I choose like Russell, what's his name? Russell Simmons, or that one guy?
Russell Simmons?
Not Russell Simmons. What's his name? The guy that runs around with short shorts, has a fro, wears a tank top.
Carrot Top?
Not Carrot Top. She knows who I'm talking about. She can't say that because she's on a talking fast. She's in timeout. Richard Simmons?
Oh my God.
Is that a cool workout partner for you, John? Is that all right?
For you, I can see that being the perfect workout partner for you. Okay, today, Armando, we're going to have a great time. I want you to just really go for it, Armando. I can see that.
Why'd you stop, Armando? Keep going.
I can see that. Yeah, that's a perfect one for you.
Yeah, thanks, John. Appreciate it.
That's a good way. That's a good way to kill a workout.
Yeah, seriously, to lose all motivation.
Yeah.
And to lose all your strength.
Yeah.
I see we got some people online here. So we got Al, Peter. We got a bunch of people. Peter Stewart's still here. Ron, welcome back, Ron. Sandy, I believe that's Jess's mom. So if you guys have any questions, I see a question popped up right now. Hold on one second. If you guys have any questions, just ask below at the Q&A or in the chat. But let me read this question. It's from an anonymous viewer. What are your thoughts on creating accountability buddies within the member group based on goals or perhaps even different goals?
Love it. I love it. That's just what we were just talking about. I've done this with trainers before when they live like in Arizona, and we live here in Wisconsin. We'll say, okay, this is the workout we're doing today. And it's easy for you guys. You can have a workout buddy online with you and you just say, how'd you do? And even better, what's your goal for today's workout? Then how did you do with it? Because if you're here one day and the next time you repeat that same workout, you're trying to upgrade it a little bit, more reps maybe, or do it in a shorter amount of time. So that way we keep each other accountable. And I love using that. Even if they're long distance, it's great. Like my 52nd birthday, I did this just ridiculously hard workout. And what did I do? I was working out with my friend Jeremy in Chicago. I was working out with my friend Jared in Los Angeles. And Jeremy brought on his girlfriend, Claudia. And Jared did it with his brother. And Jesse and Mikkel did the workout here in Wisconsin with me. And we all did this insane workout, which it was horrible. It was
crazy.
10 exercises, 52 reps of each. And I used, I think, the 24Ks. And Jesse and Mikkel used the 16Ks.
Yeah.
The women used 16s, right? And it was nasty. I mean, it took damn near, I think, me around 48 minutes or something like that. And it took some people about an hour and a half, but they finished. But the thing is that reciprocal, or as Zeph says, mirror inspiration worked like crazy on that day. We had a great time posting how we did. Like Claudia and Jeremy did it outside in Chicago, and it was about, my birthday's on June 4th, right in the middle of summer, and it was about 95 degrees and 95% humidity in Chicago that day. And they were doing it outside in the sun, right in the middle of the afternoon, and they were both just getting destroyed. And that's why it took them so long to do the workout. But it's an amazing way to really have accountability, to inspire one another, have a lot of fun also just after you're posting. It's not like I'm trying to beat them or anything like that. It's have fun, challenge each other. And a lot of really good fun came from doing that. And we can do that on a daily basis with these workouts, guys. But if you don't feel comfortable maybe sharing with the whole group, which I wish you would feel that way, because we would have a hell of a lot of fun. Pick a person in the group, and maybe that's similar levels as you, and you work out with that person. Or maybe you have a group of 2 or 3 or 4 people like we did on my birthday. You have a great training regime that way, where you hold each other accountable. And the same can be true with your nutrition as well. Same can be true with doing your base stuff.
Yeah, I like that. And Ron mentioned in the comment thread, accountability partner sounds like a great idea. And I think we should do that. I think we should do like a survey, John and Jess, the Survey Monkey thing, to everybody in the group, and figure out what level they are, stability, and power, and then find people that we could match, like how the anonymous caller just called, and match them together. Like, hey, this is this, welcome, this is who this is, and you guys could be virtual workout partners within the Facebook group and keep each other accountable and check in every day and see how you guys are doing.
I like that. One way that we do it real simple at the gym, and I think, Armando, if you posted this on the group and just asked people this one simple question, generally is a good divider between stability and strength level. Can you do one dead hang pull-up where your feet are not on the ground, you're just dead hang, your arms are straight? Can you do a pull-up? If you cannot, your stability level. If you can, your strength level. If you can do more than 10 as a man and more than 6 as a woman, then your power level.
Yeah,
I think it's dead hang pull-ups, and that's a really, really simplistic way to divide the 3 levels.
Yeah.
And I think if we posted something like that, let's see if we can get all participants also to just pick all they got to do is hit the button of which one that they're at. So we can get a really good idea of where everybody is at. And that way maybe they can see also who else is at their level, and they can share and talk to them as well.
Great idea. I love it. I have a question from Al. He said, do you suggest doing the workouts on the same day as a jiu-jitsu workout?
Depends on how hard you're training jiu-jitsu that day. If it's a technique only day, or if you're really going to roll hard. Because one of the things that I actually liked doing is I would work out really hard and then train jiu-jitsu, because it would put me in a fatigued state, and then I couldn't muscle when I did jiu-jitsu. I had to go work technique. And I actually find that that is an excellent way to train jiu-jitsu. Now, if you're an MMA fighter and you're really intensely training with your friends, you might want to do that sometimes just to put yourself in that fatigued state. But most of MMA fighters, and this is totally different, they split it up throughout the day, and they take more rest and eat and stuff like that between each training session. So that's a different bird completely. But I like to train before workout jiu-jitsu sometimes. Sometimes I do it on alternate days, depending on how hard I train jiu-jitsu.
That's a good question, Al. Awesome. Hey, I got something I wanted to ask you. You said, I had it in my mind. Oh, about you. It was interesting a while, maybe like a week and a half ago, you mentioned something about not babying too much people in the group, like really breaking stuff down, holding their hand. You really want people to kind of fly on their own and reach up to that level. Can you kind of explain what you mean by that? Because I do get a lot of people always asking me, breaking it down to like the workouts and understanding them and this and that. So
can you break down what the hell you just said to me?
You said I asked you, because I was breaking down and explaining the workouts with private messages with a lot of people, and like you mentioned something about like you said something like you don't really like babying people. You really want people to grow, not to like always reach out for a hand out or hand up for support. Like you want them to do it on their own. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because that was an interesting point too, and I think a lot of people could benefit from hearing about that talk or that.
Okay. Sometimes in life, just from being an older person, I've seen a lot, and a lot of times what I see is people as if they don't understand, and instead of just do it. Now, I'm a strength coach. I'm not a. I don't try to be like your buddy, and I'm gonna coddle you. I'm a very intense strength coach. I don't like having to over-explain stuff to people, but that's not the world that we're talking about here. I train athletes. You know, we train this way. Now, if you're talking about people that are brand new, they need to get understanding of the exercises. They need to understand what level they are at so they can safely do the exercises. Now, that is completely different than A-being somebody. I want them to have the right information. I want them to have the right technique. I do not want them to go to failure on reps and they strain to get a rep or anything like that. So beyond that, there comes a point where you're just like, you got to do it, my friend. You need to just go for it and challenge yourself, because one of the things that we see a lot today is a fear of not being able to do something because they're so used to playing it safe. And this is learned helplessness. And I see this a lot in young kids today. They're so used to having everything given and having such quick access, for example, to information on the internet and stuff like that, that they actually have a hard time doing stuff. And then a lot of people also, like with learned helplessness, I don't really understand it, and therefore they keep doing that until they just don't do the workout or they don't do anything. And this is mostly what I was talking about. If they have videos on how to do the exercise and they have an explanation written form of how to do the workout, then it comes time to do the workout and do it without your ego being involved so much. And this is a big point here, is that the ego can be involved in working out in two ways. One is where, you know, you're bragging like, I lifted so much, I'm so strong, blah, blah, blah. And that's all over the top of ego. Okay, ego is a good thing that it challenges you, you know, to work hard and stuff like that. But on the other end, when people are scared to put themselves out there for fear that they think they might look bad, that's the challenge where the ego is also kicking in. So it's when the ego is, the chest is fluffing out and stuff like that on one end, but it's also where the chest is caved in on the other end, where they're afraid to show or give full effort to something. And so that is one of the things that we were just talking about this last night in jiu-jitsu, about how the ego is incredible. And every single day, you guys, you have an opportunity to train to improve yourself. And the physical part is that every single day of training, putting yourself out there, being accountable. This is so good and healthy for your ego, because what if you did do 5 sets of 1 wall push-up? That'd be scary to put out there in public because you would feel like you're not very strong. But if you do that, your ego, you're going to get over it, and it's not a big deal. Nobody freaking cares. That what they want you to see you go up to 5 sets of 2, 5 sets of 3, 5 sets of 5. I don't care if you're 400 pounds or whatever like that. I want to see your heart. I want to see you work to improve. But on the other end of the spectrum, I don't care what weights you lift or whatever you're doing like that. I want to see you improve. And in doing so, can you help others? And then the person on this side, can you inspire maybe this guy up here by saying, looky here, I just am I'm doing my best and I'm working as hard as I can. I'm putting it out there that I'm doing knee push-ups or wall push-ups, things like that. And that inspires that guys on the higher end. So that's that mirror inspiration. But what we're talking about with over babying, that's just the ego being too involved and they're scared to put themselves out there. We see it a lot. We see it at the gym with people that are new at the gym. But that gets squashed real quick because we don't allow that. you're going to have to face your fear of giving effort, of giving full effort, you know. And a lot of people are scared to do that, but when they come through that, they're a stronger person for it. And we don't do it with a blame. We don't do it with a make them feel bad. We just do it because we say we believe in you. And we will encourage you by either a pat on the back or a kick in the ass, whatever is needed. Like, Armando, you're a kick in the ass guy. Okay, sometimes maybe you like a pat on the back, but mostly I think you're a kick in the ass guy. Everybody's different. But for people that are scared, it's mostly a lot of pats on the back. Sometimes they need a little kick in the ass. But that's that, you know, at some point they got to just put themselves out there and go for it and not, you know, go to that helpless mode, like that's so ingrained in them probably since they were little.
Wow. That's amazing. That's like a straight Dr. Phil's freaking session right there.
The funny thing is we deal with it, and as trainers, we see it every single day. I saw that, by the way, because the camera's out.
Yeah, exactly. She just went like,
not even talking. She's still jabbing me.
Hey, I'm gonna close up this webinar here. It's been about almost 40 minutes, I think, and we have some great questions. I don't see any more questions coming in. If they pop up, we could address them. Is there anything else you want to talk about in closing, John? Or
a lot of good points today. Let's share, let's inspire, and be strong. Okay, for each other, ourselves, and everyone around us. And the more that we put ourselves out there and share and help ourselves and each other, the more we're helping ourselves. So let's share, guys, on the workouts and everything, and let's create this community. Not so it's like individuals, like this is what Malcolm X said. I love this statement. Separate, we're weak like the fingers, but together we're strong like the fist. And that is exactly what we're trying to have here, guys. It's not just about you sitting at home and doing some workouts and getting a sweat. You really are part of this group that what we are trying to do is bigger than that, bigger than us each individually. Trying to make a big impact on the planet, and that starts with you doing your best, you sharing it and inspiring and helping others.
Yeah, great. Awesome. Thanks so much, John and Jess, for your time. This has been really educational. I'm like so fired up right now. I'm sure everybody else is too. And for the people in the replay, they're gonna get fired up too. So you guys have a good night. I'm gonna shut this down here. Okay. Thanks so much, John and Jess.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye, guys.